Hey guys, welcome back to our second episode of Kamicraft, and we're in front of the super silo that we finished the last episode. And today we're going to be still working in the base, but now that we've gotten the super silo done, I think it's time to go ahead and take out the old silo, maybe redesign our smelting furnace. Right now it's not a bad design, it works okay, but it's not 100% efficient. I can go ahead and show you what's going on with that now. Let's go ahead and grab a couple blocks. And I moved all my stone down there. So that's fine. We'll grab some food. I can show you what's going on with the raw beef. What we'll do is you come over here. This will be our input for your food. This is your input for your fuel. And here's your output. So what's going on is I'll throw all my food in there. I'll come over and you should see everything drop in and yep, there it goes. And all the food is starting to cook. And as you see, I had 3 in there, and it evenly disperses for the most part until it gets to the last couple bit. For some reason it likes to leave food in the top hopper right here, or leave whatever block I'm smelting in this top hopper. So what I've had to do is I put this line of redstone in here that goes back up to this torch. This is the torch that allows everything to drop. It'll turn this redstone off and it allows these hoppers to actually drop stuff into the furnace. So what I've got to do is remember I'm smelting stuff and hit that button when it gets to the bottom. As you see, that light went off and it went ahead and dropped another thing in there. Now the problem with this, I'm not always remembering, so what happens, I end up wasting a blaze rod because I'm using blaze rod as fuel. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to tear this out. We're going to go ahead and tear out the old silo system and use this whole area up here to make a large smeltery, maybe with 2 different smelters going at a time. Okay guys, we're back. We went ahead and we dug out our hole, we got rid of the old silo, we got rid of the old furnace, and now we have this. Now when I went ahead and measured out our hole, I determined why not put 2 smelting centers in here. You know, I could have one item going, another one going, or if somebody needs to come borrow one, they can do it. Each smelter's I'm going to be doing about 8 furnaces, so it's not like keeping the fuel and there's going to be that much of a problem. We do have a blaze farm that works really well, and I've got looting on my sword, so it gets a lot of blaze rods. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to build a little bit of this on camera for you. This is going to be kind of the layout here. What we've got going on, you got the 8 furnaces are going to be in here. You're going to have your chest in this area. Matter of fact, the chest should be sitting, I think, right here. Okay, so what's going to happen, do powered rail, regular rail, detector rail, regular, and then like our other redstone, we're going to put down some iron blocks. Alright, let's get our comparator out, repeater, and some redstone dust. Alright, so this detector rail, what's going to happen is the minecart's going to go back and forth feeding fuel in, because this bottom line is going to be our fuel. We're going to have our input line right above it. But when the minecart comes back, we need this detector rail to send out a signal and say, hey, I've still got stuff in my chest. This powered rail needs to turn on and send the cart back out. So to do that, we do a comparator, block, redstone, block, and this is going to go into a repeater facing towards the rail. Then when we've got that in there, let's go ahead and put it in our chest. Got our chest going like this. Grab our hoppers. Shift click the hoppers in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need one more. 8. 8 furnaces. And then we're going to go hoppers in the back of those guys. Because the fuel furnaces, hoppers in the back. trapped in my own little hole. Alright, and then for the back of that, what we're gonna want, we'll use these half slabs real quick. You're gonna want to go out one more, because when it comes over this, you want it to stop and then go back again. But if you leave it sitting on this one, it's going to start dumping a lot more in this one, and we're wanting an even flow, so it needs to go past and then go back. So let's just go ahead and tear some of this back out some more. Alright, now that we've got all that stuff laid, we're going to bring back out the powered. You go up, and then to put tracks on the hoppers, you just shift click. It's going to go across, and one more. And that'll keep the first floor going. Okay, now for the second row, what we're going to do is we're just pretty much copying this entire circuit except for making this little zigzag right here. We're actually just going to go right on top of the furnaces. So actually, let's do this. We're going to want to be this height. The first one being our resting spot for that. Get our rails back out. Alright, so you know the routine. It's powered rail, regular rail, detector rail, regular rail again. Let's get our iron blocks out from the detector rail. It's going to look like that. Comparator, redstone, and then repeater going back into our powered rail. And then when you get to this section, you just put the hoppers right on top of the furnaces. Alright, so now we got the hoppers in. Again, come up by one, not that. Then we can go ahead and start laying our power rails over top. There we go. And that's our top row finished also. What we want to do is find about a midpoint right here and click on the side of the rail. You want to make that a full block. And we need to put a lever on the back of that, and I do not have one. Let me run and grab one real quick. So, and of course I just fell into a hole. Let's see if we can dig our way out. Take our lever, put it on there, flip it on, and it should get every powered rail. Yep, all good. So finishing touches, just grab some buttons. Put a button here and a button here, and that's it. Obviously you're gonna get minecart with chests in it, but that's the furnace. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this, mirror it over onto this side. We'll have two of them, and then we'll come back and we'll work on designing the room. Okay guys, we're back. I went ahead and got in our second furnace. I went ahead and started doing the floor. I came up with this design. I really like it, and it gives enough light, so we really don't have to worry about this not being half slabbed. I was playing around with what I want to do behind the furnaces, and since we already had iron blocks back here where they were visible, I figured just carry them down. I switched out the stone bricks for this just to give us some more light everywhere and everywhere. But yeah, so what we got, going with the nether brick and then the polished andesite with sea lanterns. But what we're going to do out here is, instead of using the same pattern that we keep always using, I'm going to change it up a bit while still tying everything together. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make this little shape right here like so, but then I'm also going to grab these chiseled bricks. We're going to line them up like that, and so that'll kind of give you a cool cross pattern. We're going to make that go all the way up to the ceiling. We're going to carry everything up to the ceiling like we've done down there and over there. So that'll be our kind of entrance way. One more time. We're just going to carry this pattern down like this. Get the chiseled out. Boom, boom. There you go. I'll fix this. Let's get this out of here. There we go. Yeah, and you see I did the stairs just kind of outlining everything. I didn't like how the chest was sunk into the floor so much, so I put the stairs outlining it, and it's an easy way. I've been testing it out on some fish. The system works perfectly. It's hard to really mess. It's such a simple system. I really am enjoying it. So yeah, so what I'm thinking about doing is we'll kind of cap it off right here, maybe with some more stone bricks so the entire area is outlined in them. And then I'm not really sure what to do with the wall above that area. But I do know what I want to do over here is maybe add some storage for our fuel. Maybe have some kind of scenery that looks smelt like it's an actual iron foundry or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to play around with some ideas. I'll come back and give you guys a status update. Alright guys, I'm going to bring you back for a real quick update. Got the wall done. Obviously not this wall, but this wall. Played with a couple designs last night. I really like this one. It became really hard to balance the openness that we got down here with how closed off everything was up here. But I felt this was a happy medium. It gives us lighted blocks. We don't have to worry about mobs up there. It keeps our andesite design and nether brick that we've got in the floor. Very random chiseled bricks. I just really liked it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this design, copy and paste on this wall, and then we got to think of something to do out here. To me, this is just too boring. It doesn't look right. Maybe it's just a little bit too big. Maybe I can bring it in one so it lines up with these chiseled bricks instead of sticking out this far. Maybe even have this design wrap around to the outside. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy this, tear this down, maybe try something else. Then I'll bring you guys right back. Alright guys, so we got the two sides matching perfectly and it is looking awesome. I am absolutely in love with it. I keep telling everyone, every time I finish a room it becomes my new favorite room in my base, and this is definitely going to be one of my top favorite rooms. Now, what I was trying to do is figure out how I kind of wanted this wall. Obviously I said earlier I wanted to do some storage. We got a couple chests here. It'll probably lay out something like this. See if we can do it. There we go. Probably have some chests sitting out this. Maybe have these stairs kind of weave their way in. Actually, you know what? It'd probably be easier just to go ahead and push them back. We'll push them back. And then what I was thinking is having some lava fall down in here and maybe light some netherrack so it looks like the lava is causing a fire or something like that. And then above it, I think I'm going to play with some stained glass, kind of give it a fire particle effect. But it's going to take a bunch of tweaking here and there, so as soon as I get this done I'll bring you guys back. We'll finish the roof probably together, and that'll wrap it up for this project. I might run to Spawn Town. I heard one of our guys has created a library and he's selling mending books, and that's something I desperately need, especially for my pickaxe. I run through this thing like crazy. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get working on this last little wall, get some ceiling done, and bring you back. Alright guys, we are back and it is done. So we went ahead, we got everything in. We got our storage for our different fuel sources. Got the cosmetic smeltery going on in the background. We used the white glass and the white iron to match this iron block background. Got our stained glass design up there. I'm not really sold on it, but it looks okay. Went ahead and just threw in a simple roof, not roof, a simple ceiling. And back here, I haven't thought of a design yet for this area, so we're probably just going to have to come up with something off camera or something like that. But anyways, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and go see Freddy. He's got the mending books in the library. He's giving them away for free, which we're just not going to handle that. We're going to give him some diamonds. But next time you see me, I'll be in Spawn Town. Alright guys, so we're here. This is Spawn Town. Actually, this is really Town Hall. Nabs on the server, he built this. This gets to our main nether hub. But yeah, every month we have server meetings up here. Talk about what's going on in the server. But yeah, Spawn Town. Still has a lot of work needing going. That's a hotel for new members. We've got a couple of shops opening up. Slime farm. This is where most of the food on the server is stored, over here in this barn. But Freddy's library is right over here. Looks like he's got some mobs burning up on his roof. Yeah, here we go. Let's see what's going on here. Book donations. We have books, so we're gonna give Freddy some sharpness books, punch book, and fire protection book. Wow, this is real nice. Okay, so he said to start by coming back here. What we're looking for is a couple mending books and a silk touch book. Alright, so we got 6 books, all mending with -1 silk touch, or I say 6 books, 7 books, 6 mending, 1 silk touch, and we're giving Freddy 20 diamonds. Should be more than enough. He keeps saying no more than 1 diamond per book, but all this work should not go unpaid. So that's it, and I think we're going to call it an episode here. Next episode we will probably be working a lot more in Spawn Town, so I'll show you some more. Until then, see you guys.